Drivers, start your engines!
The engine has been started here at Rockingham. The Rock! That's right, we're at the famous 1 mile racetrack. I know it's just a little bit over. I think it's like 1.026 miles in length. Not sure if they run here anymore. I don't believe they do, but this track has been around for quite a while. Pretty fun racetrack. Stark contrast to where we ran last week, which was Daytona. Wide open all the way around there. That's not going to happen here at Daytona, or at Rockingham. Weird shaped track, you know, it's not symmetrical all the way around. So the diameter and the shape, I think even the banking of turns 1 and 2 is different than 3 and 4. So you really have to take a different approach going into the two corners, the two sides of the racetrack, you know, and you have to really remain aware of where you are on the track so you don't get turned around. Because if you try and dive into turn 1, thinking it's turn number 3, yeah, you're going to spin out. It's just really, really flat. It's a tighter turn. I don't know anything about physics, but all I know is that you cannot go into that turn like it is turn 3. You can go a lot faster through turn 3, which is where we are right now, into turn number 4. Said it's 197 miles around this place at a 50% race. This is one of the longest races on the NASCAR schedule, or at least it was at the time. The schedule has changed so much since 2003, you know, since this game was made. I'm just trying to go really patient here and try not to say I'm really patient as I pass a guy, trying not to get in an accident. Because I found in practice that my car, are we 3 wide? Jesus Christ, what are you doing, guys? I found in practice that after about like 20-30 laps, my car is really, really fast. So I just kind of have to survive until then, until the tires wear down. My car just doesn't slow down like the computer cars do. So my setup is really for a long green flag run. So hopefully we get a bunch of those today. We're going to see a few more wrecks here. We only saw 1 caution at Daytona. But a lot more stuff happens here on Rockingham. It's a lot tighter racing. Guys have to be on and off the gas. You can't hold it wide open like we did at Daytona. So, I mean, it's very much potential for accidents. Like that, you can see how fast I pulled up on that guy there. Just a gaggle of cars in front of me. Too wide racing, man. It's the worst at tracks like this. We just got to get all, like, separated out and get in a line, you know. That's how you stay safe at tracks like this. Already worked our way up to 31st. I think we started 36 today. Another bad qualifying effort by me. We just can't get a handle on the qualifying. 2 races in, we did really bad at Daytona as well. God, guys, stop going 3 wide. It's way too early for this. Oh man, guy, don't spin me out, guy behind me. Got a good run on Gordon. You know, I just got done preaching about how passive I want to be here. The problem with that is if you get a guy behind you, like this friggin' yellow car, he's a ways back there now, but he was right on my bumper, and if you don't get going, those guys will run you right out and spin you out. So I mean, you do have to be, you can't just ride. You know, you do have to get a little bit racy here. Kyle Petty, he was the pole sitter at Daytona, ended up blowing his clutch out, so he had a pretty rough day in the first race of the season. Looks like he's off to kind of a rocky start in this race as well. Running right by Ricky Craven there in the Kodiak car, the number 41. It's green and white and kind of a darker green. He won the race at Daytona. Certainly wasn't expected there. He's not known for having a really stellar career in NASCAR, but he's our first race winner for the year. Steve Kinzer a little ways ahead of him there in the green Quaker State car. I think he finished second or third. So yeah, those running up with some guys that found success at Daytona are kind of mired back in the pack here at Rockingham. Get by this DHL car. Looks like somebody got into the grass up there. You always got to be careful of that. That's one thing this game does really, really well, is it renders those like smoke and dirt effects. It gives you a good heads up as to where you are on the racetrack, you know, or when something bad has happened, you know. Looks like Ernie Irvin has got up high here. Got a good run on Ricky Craven. I'd love to get by him. Don't go through wide. Just let off, Ricky. I'm faster than you right now. Already up to 25th. I think that might have been for 24th position. I think Ricky was ahead of me at the line, so he technically got 24th, but I'll be in that position when we go by the line this time, hopefully. Really, really careful. If you drive into the corner, particularly at corner one, if you really go in hard and you got to slam on the brakes, what happens is you climb up the racetrack. You can see we're 24th now, like I said. You climb up the racetrack, and then the car, you jam on the brakes so heavy the weight shifts from the front, or the back to the front. As soon as all the weight comes off the back tires, the car just comes around. And I almost did it right there. See, it just kind of climbs up the racetrack, and you just cannot hit the gas. If I was to hit the gas right there, I would have spun right around. Way too high in that corner. Car's getting a little bit squirrely now. As you can see, we're 14 laps in. Rockingham is pretty rough on tires. Chews through them pretty fast. But that benefits me in the long run because the computer seems to slow down more dramatically than I do. Riding, trying to reel these guys in. I'm more concerned about keeping the guys behind me, building some ground on them than actually passing these guys. Alright, here's the first yellow of the day. Alright, we are under caution. See the Bud car behind me. Dale Earnhardt Jr. maybe? Really wants to... very dangerous there. Computer cars will rear end you quite often in this game, which sucks. I don't know if we should pit or not, or what we should do here. I mean, the tires really haven't worn out that much. I'm almost tempted to stay out because there's going to be quite a few cautions today. That's just the nature of Rockingham in my past experience. What do you mean we're not on the lead lap? We are? What the hell's that guy talking about? Well, Earnhardt Jr., if you weren't like up my ass, I could get up to the pacing line. I know he's in a hurry, but there's no way I'm not on the lead lap. I'm in 23rd position. I might stay out here to get some positions, to be honest. I know that we are going to go right to the back of the pack, but this gives me an opportunity to lead a lap to kind of stay out of trouble a little bit. We're not going to stay up front, but you know what? I want to get out front. I want to lead some laps. There's going to be more caution flags. We've only got 20 laps on those tires. This might be a mistake, but I mean, looking at our tire wear right now, things have just worn out just a little bit. I would rather be up front and maybe try to lead some laps. This might be my only chance to lead a lap, so I'm going to stay out front. I'm going to stay out, get to lead some laps, get that 5 bonus points for leading laps. Got those at Daytona too. A similar strategy, just stayed out. So we'll see. Pretty chilly day here in Dallas, like 55 degrees. At least I'm not back in Minnesota. I guess they're going to get like 20 inches of snow dumped on them today. I don't know if that's legit or not. That's just what I read on Twitter. That sucks. I don't miss the snow. Although I will say, though, like, not having such a dramatic a change of season every year. And granted, I've only been down here 8 months. But it does, we're leading the race. It does, I miss a change of seasons, like where it really makes you appreciate spring when you've suffered through like minus 20 degrees for 3-4 months. As soon as all that melts, you can get the roller blades out, you can get the bike out, you can get the motorcycle, fire up the lawnmower for the first time of the year. It really makes you appreciate all those things that you can't do during the winter. So I do miss that because, while it does get a little bit chilly here in Texas, it's nothing like it was back home. Yeah, you can see up there, obviously somebody got in the wall, you can see the skid marks. Smacked the wall pretty good there. Hey, it wasn't us for a change. Now, I promise you these guys are just going to eat me alive as soon as we go green. But at least this way, I get up front, I get to lead some laps, I get some track position. You know, let's say I fade back to 10th. It'll probably be worse than that. But if we get another yellow flag in 20 laps and I get to pit in 10th position, I just picked up 14 spots on the racetrack. So, I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. We'll see how this goes, though. It's a very risky move, but you know what? We're not going to win this race. I know that going in. I'm just here to have fun. I'm here to learn. I'm here to entertain, hopefully. We'll just see where it goes from here. You got to take a chance every once in a while. Looks like a Pontiac Grand Prix is the pace car. We haven't gotten to see the pace car very much because we don't run up front very often, but looks like we got a lap car on the inside. That sucks. That's going to complicate things. But he could also, I got to beat him off the line. He could provide a nice little pick for me if I get going. We'll see what kind of restart I get.
Get ready now. Going green.
Not that good at restarts. What exactly am I good at in this game? I'm not sure, to be honest.
Green, green, green.
I cheated a little bit there, but
1 minute, 8.010. Car inside.
come on, Bobby Hamilton. No, don't do that.
Clear.
Well, you know, it is what it is. I did the best I could there.
Inside.
Oh, man. Yeah, I screwed that up big time. Yeah, this might not have been a good idea. That has nothing to do with the tires, guys. I just completely missed that corner.
7-2. Stay high.
Yeah, we're going right to the back.
Stay high.
Oh, no, no, no! Man, I spun it. I completely spun it. God damn
The
it.
yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line.
Big wreck, big wreck.
On the track. You all right? There's an accident on the back straight. Car outside. Clear outside. Looks like you got some kind of engine problem there.
Shit, I bent the engine up too. God damn it.
Okay,
Man, first to 35th, just like that. Within one goddamn lap, I went first to 35th. I wonder how bad the motor is. I just got squirrely coming off that corner, and it was just disaster city.
Whoa, 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 slow down.
Man. Shit. God, I shouldn't have stayed out. I just got squirrely coming off the corner, and I couldn't. I just barely spun it, and then I bounced back into traffic. Wonder how bad the car is. It's definitely got engine damage, so that's a problem right there. This could be a really long pit stop. Fuck.
Pit road is now open. Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of pit road. The pace cars
well,
in
hopefully
turn
not
2.
lose a lap
The
in
pace
here.
Cars on the back straight.
Take a look at the car here. Well, it doesn't look terrible. The engine damage will be a problem. I mean, we've got 173 laps to go. If there's some kind of motor problem, that's going to cause overheating or oil pressure issues. You know, are we even going to last that long? Probably not.
The pace cars in turn 4.
Come on. Come on, guys.
Go, go, go!
All right, we're not going to go a lap down.
Keep it under 3,500. In seconds, the pace cars on the front stretch. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,500.
Well, we haven't lost a lap yet, but we might.
Minute 30.
Should be good, I think. Depends on the stop sign here. If he gives us the stop sign, we're going a lap down. Growing pains, guys. Nope, we're clear. We're not going to go a lap down.
The pace cars in turn 1. Okay,
That's what it is.
clear
It's
pit
growing
lane.
pains. You know,
Stay
I'm just
behind
going to
the
have
15
a
car.
rough go of things the first couple of
Okay, merge when you can.
races, if not more. It's not going to be a championship season. Didn't expect it to be. At least I got fresh tires now, you know. Shit. Well,
42,
we got to lead a
46,
lap. That's
7,
something, I
4.
guess. One lap, I just absolutely faded to the back. You could tell the difference the tires made. I don't even think they made that big a difference, so that was just entirely on me. Just bad driving. Fuel is a non-issue here because there's going to be enough cautions where that you're going to get plenty of opportunities to stop. '35th position. Damn it.
We're going green.
Right back to where we started.
Okay, we're on
you
the
know?
lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 15 car on the outside line.
Yeah, you know, I just went into that first turn, and the car was it just went right up the racetrack.
51.6.
We'll see if she lasts. I'm a little concerned about the engine problem now. Twofold issue. Durability is now in question, but am I going to have enough horsepower to keep up with these guys? Now, this isn't exactly a horsepower racetrack. It's more of a setup, handling, and a driver track, but you still have to have the ponies to get up to speed at the end of the straightaway. So we'll see. I'm a little bit skeptical. The first 10-15 laps of this run here are definitely going to we're going to figure out some stuff here. I've had this happen in the past with NASCAR racing where you get that your crew chief tells you there's engine damage. Everything seems fine, and then 50 laps from then you grenade the motor. So we'll find out. Yeah, I didn't get a very good start there either.
9.248.
In practice, I was about 15th, 16th, 17th fastest in practice. So, I mean, this car is not a rocket ship by any means, but, I mean, it's middle of the pack. And I'm not saying that the car is the factor, it's me. You know, I'm still kind of figuring my way around this game. 3-4 years ago, I used to play this game all the time, and I got so I was competitive at like the 97-98% opponent strength setting. Now 95 keeps me. This is where I'm at with 95. I'm at the back of the pack. Just not that good anymore. We'll see if I can shake it off, though. I mean, get back to where I was. I don't, you know, if this is where I'm at this stage of my gaming career, so be it. There's plenty of other good games. I mean, Uncharted is right around the corner, but I mean, I would like to. As far as sports games go, this is kind of the game that I'm most into now. I find myself not that interested in Madden. Didn't buy it at all last year. The NHL franchise, I've gone like 3 seasons without buying that now. It's just not, just the same thing over and over and over again. And you could make a case that this is the exact same thing here. I mean, it's just going around and turning left, with the 2 exceptions being the road course. The road courses that you play in the game, Sears Point and Watkins Glen. Looks like I can get by this guy too. So we're not terrible.
991, still there. Clear.
Yeah, if the engine's damaged, I mean, I can't really tell. I mean, these guys aren't the most competitive cars, of course. I mean, we're back in 34th position right now, probably 33rd after passing that guy. So, I mean, we're not going up against cars that are going to be factors in winning the race, most likely. But, you know, we're passing guys. So, I mean, I don't think the engine can be too poorly damaged, but I'm definitely concerned about the durability. This guy was a moron at Daytona, and he's doing it again. This Net Zero Best Buy car was really dumb at Daytona. Unfortunately, I talked about him at great lengths in that race, but unfortunately my audio commentary did not get picked up from that. We're still working out some of the kinks here with the Elgato capture device that I have, the HD, not the HD60, but just the HD. So, I mean, we're still kind of figuring some stuff out here at Game Block. We're going to get better. We learn from our mistakes, and I definitely learned from that one last week at Daytona. Our laps aren't terrible.
25.095.
So from a horsepower standpoint, I'm not sure if the engine is suffering at all, to be honest. But again, my biggest concern is whether she can last for 161 more laps.
25.239.
Especially as high as she revs up going down that front stretch, going into turn number 1. That motor's wrapped out pretty good, right around 9,000 RPMs. I'm coming really close to redlining there at the end of the front stretch. Faster the motor turns, the better chance there is that you'll grenade it. Not really gaining on the 39 car right now. Actually, he's pulling away from me. So yeah, we might be hurting for a little bit of horsepower. Probably some aerodynamic problems. But again, like I said earlier, 20 laps in is when my car really, handling-wise, begins to shine. So we'll see if we can get to that point. I would like a nice long green flag run right now, to be honest.
25.245.
Doing kind of an experiment today. I turned my force feedback on my Logitech G27 up from the default 50% up to 70%. Thought maybe that would give me a little bit better feel for the game, give me a little bit better feedback as to what the car is doing. I really don't notice a difference right now, to be honest. It does feel like it's not as sensitive, which is nice, because a lot of times it was kind of chugging back and forth. I mean, let's face it, the force feedback technology in the Logitech G27 is not revolutionary. It's pretty basic. So it just wasn't very smooth. So I think I've noticed more of a smoothening out of the movements of it by turning up the strength. Not necessarily giving me any competitive advantage, though. Pulling away from the 00, which is nice. That's that Net Zero guy. Mike Bliss, I think is his name. Yeah, he's a really slow driver. Huge problems with him at Daytona. Not me personally, but just in general, like getting around him. He lost the draft early on. He was just a huge pain in everybody's ass. Probably like I was at the end of the race where I was trying to stay on the lead lap. Eventually let the leaders go, though, and let them sort it out. Like I said earlier, Ricky Craven ended up winning that race. I might have cost Dale Earnhardt the win, though.
25.149.
Yeah, 25.149 isn't terrible. Oh, a little smoke up there, as you can see. Something happened. Either somebody blew a motor or somebody got in an accident. Looks like a motor. Yellow car. Not sure who that could be. Could be Johnny Benson. Could be a 77 car, too, if I had to guess. It looked kind of like a brighter yellow, which leads me to believe it's the Jasper Engines 77 car. Definitely not Sterling Marlin, because his yellow Kodak car is right in front of me. 2 cars in front of me. So yeah, I think it was the Jasper car. Not good for an engine manufacturer to blow up an engine in their race car, I suppose.
5.566.
gaggle of cars right here. Pack. Side-by-side racing again. That's kind of what happens here. Really slows everybody down. I'm going to get underneath Kevin Harvick here. It'd be nice to get by him and at least maybe get out of this side-by-side racing patch. The only way to get out of it is to either fall back or go forward. I don't want to fall back. Good run off of that corner. I don't know if it's going to be good enough to get by Mr. DHL 39, but boy, he really had a bad corner there. He's boxed in by Bobby Hamilton, who I believe is a lap down. Unless he got that lap. Yeah, I bet you he got his lap back when I had my accident. He was side by side with me when I was leading the race, the 43 STP car. I believe Bobby Hamilton is no longer with us. I want to say suicide. Could be wrong about that though. Oh man, look at that guy just stop. I made the outside work in practice a little bit. I think we're still about 20 laps away from me being able to pull that move off though. But man, I'm getting a little bit agitated here as we're boxed up here behind this guy. He's just not going to let us go either. Okay, I could have dove in there, but that would have been a mistake. I'm going to get rear-ended by Michael Waltrip here pretty soon, though, if I don't get going. These guys are just really slowing everybody down. I don't know what the problem is here. Okay, DHL is going to make a move on Bobby Hamilton. Hopefully I get up here. Yep, Bobby Hamilton is a lap down. Get by him as well. There we go. Not by him yet, but we should get him, should clear him going into turn 1. Yeah, everybody's tires are really starting to fade away now. See computer control cars are really struggling with their entrance into turn number 1. As I mentioned earlier, my fall off from handling wise isn't quite as dramatic as what the computer stuff. Oh man, yep, I just didn't clear him. I hit him.
Inside, outside, you're in the middle, 3 wide, clear outside. Looks like you got some kind of engine.
Shit! God, that guy was a goddamn moron. More engine damage. We're fucked. Trying to get by that guy. Trying, and he just was not going to let me go.
408, clear.
So now more engine problems. You can see the front of the hood is all bent up. That DHL guy was a pain in the ass at Daytona. I'm not saying I'm without fault there, but I mean, he was so slow. Just get out of the way.
5.781.
Now I'm behind Bobby Hamilton again, who I don't know if he's down a cylinder or what, but I mean, I've got engine damage and I'm faster than he is right now. Oh man,
Keep high. Clear inside. Car inside. Clear inside.
So frustrating right now.
Inside.
Oh man. Kevin Harvick taking a look.
Clear inside. 26.626.
God, I'm faster than some of these guys, but I just can't get by them. I'm getting frustrated and I'm really taking some chances now, you know. Okay, the outside line is starting to work for me. There we go. Flew right by Rusty. The outside line works really well at Dover, too. You can kind of get the car to stick up there.
153. Inside. Still there.
Yeah, just had to let up just a little bit.
Keep high. Keep high.
Really hammer the gas on the outside, get a really good run. Hopefully clear Bobby Hamilton before I get to turn number 1.
26.120.
Stay up high, got a guy inside. We don't want any more contact between race cars right now. God, 58 laps is all we've gone on this. Man, looks like I've been doing this for like 2 hours already. Well, the positive that I've been able to make that outside pass work a couple of times now. But the negative, obviously, is that I've bent my car up again, further damaged the engine. Aerodynamics are pretty much a mess at this point. Definitely something we're going to have to repair under caution now. Hopefully we can get by Ernie Irvin here on the outside. Nope, not going to make it. Oop, got in the wall, too.
26.0.
Yeah, if you guys are looking to watch somebody who's good at iRacing, you might as well pass this video up, because this isn't iRacing, of course, it's NASCAR Racing 2003 season. But yeah, there's plenty of videos you can watch of guys dominating. You're not going to find that here. I suck. But you know what? I'm getting better. I just got to stop running into guys, you know?
26.242.
Recording this on Thursday, March 25th, and tomorrow is the day that Batman vs. Superman releases. So that's been all the talk of the internet. A very controversial movie, considering it hasn't even come out yet. Critics have not been real kind, and the fan base, the DC fan base, has not been very supportive of those negative reviews. Personally, I don't think the reviews have even been that negative. But some people would disagree. Definitely the most controversial movie of 2016 so far. That's not saying much, considering there hasn't been much coming out yet. But yeah, a lot of people are really bent out of shape about that movie. I plan on seeing it on Monday. I can't see it tomorrow because my daughter doesn't have any school because of Good Friday. So I got to stay home with her tomorrow. Don't feel like it's a kid-appropriate movie based on what I've seen. A lot of the complaints have been on stuff that we've discussed on my podcast a couple of times about how they gave away too much information in the trailers. We know that Doomsday is made out of General Zod. We know that Wonder Woman appears. We know in what context she appears. We know Jesse Eisenberg is annoying as hell in the movie. I've seen his performance described as inconsistent, whatever that means. Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good, though. Not a huge Superman fan, but Batman was my first love when it came to comic book characters, mostly because of the 1989 Tim Burton film really starring Jack Nicholson, but casting, what's his face as Batman? Michael Keaton. Pittsburgh native Michael Keaton. Yeah, I love that movie. It's still, to this day, it's got the best Batmobile in it. And the best Batwing, too. That plane is so cool that he's got in there. When it goes up and it silhouettes against the moon, oh, just chills, man. To this day, I get chills watching that scene. I think I'm gaining on Steve Kinzer in the number 26. The Quaker State car. Speaking of Pennsylvania, I believe that is the Quaker State. Or is that, no, it's the Keystone State. I live in Dallas and I don't even know what that state of Texas is called. Lone Star, I guess. Clue us on state bird, state flower. Know what the state flag looks like, but that's about it. Yeah, I'm definitely gaining on these two. So far, the motor is held together pretty good. Looks like the gauges are all okay. I mean, the temperature isn't up. Smacked that guy in the back, so I hit him with my front end. I thought maybe I'd damage the radiator inserts, which would cause the motor to overheat. Doesn't appear to be the case, though. Yeah, and back to B versus Superman, or B versus S is what I was trying to say there. Definitely have never been a Superman fan. I enjoyed the Christopher Reeve movies. The first two were good. Certainly after that, the quality went down. The Brandon Routh one sucked. Man of Steel sucked. So it certainly is troubling that they brought Zack Snyder, who directed that film, back for this one as well. Supposedly this serves as a spiritual sequel to that movie. I don't know. We'll see. It's just not very good. I bought the collector's edition of it too. That's how stupid that was. Gotta stop with those things. First of all, they're rip-off. They're filled with cheap junk. Second of all, if you haven't seen the movie, don't buy the collector's edition of something because it will haunt you forever. That you not only bought a bad movie, but you paid extra money to get a bunch of cheap plastic junk relevant to said bad movie as well. So, yeah, it's double embarrassing. Tires are starting to wear down now. Still a long ways away from pit stop, so. Which, as you can probably guess, like at Daytona, are going to be a shit show with me. Especially here because it's even more complicated to get on and off pit road. Not necessarily off, but getting on pit road is a nightmare.
0.583.
Made some adjustments to my peripherals for this match, for this race though. I did some macros for my brand new Corsair K95 RGB keyboard. So I'm excited to kind of test that stuff out. Gives you an opportunity to kind of, I set one up to go 2 tires, set another one up to go for 4 tires. Tested them out in practice. Didn't really work quite like I planned, but I've never used macros before, so I'm still kind of learning on the fly here. But man, it's a great keyboard. It's really cool, the lighting effects and stuff like that. Although I was playing some racing last night, and I found the keyboard effects to be really, really distracting when you're trying to focus on this Net Zero guy again. This guy is just the worst. 2 laps down for this guy. What the hell is his problem? Carrying like a load of bricks in that thing or what?
Clear outside.
I found the lighting effects, which is just basically, it's like a rainbow gradient. It looks cool as hell, guys. Yeah, I mean, it's really awesome. It definitely doesn't justify the cost just for something like that. But basically what it boils down to, when you're paying $200 for a keyboard, you better get some little, like, silver linings like that. And that's apparently one of the silver linings here. But I found it distracting for racing, so I can see it out of the corner of my right eye right now. You can turn it off, of course, but when it's something brand new, you wanna see it work, you know. But like for American Truck Simulator, where you're not constantly, the vehicle you're driving isn't constantly trying to spin itself out. It's not a problem at all. Man, we've really reeled in this pack of cars here. I'm not gonna get him here, but yeah. Get him going into turn number 1. Definitely going to utilize the outside line for a lot of this stuff to kind of weave my way through traffic. Some of these guys are probably a lap down. Working my way up though, considering the kind of day that we've had so far. I mean, 20, what probably is 21st position right now. I think that was for 21st right there. Not too bad considering we've been in a couple accidents and really can't complain too much. It's going to be hard to do the outside pass thing because Dale Jr. up here is stuck on the outside. There's Bill Elliott. I had to check up earlier with him, and that caused that initial spin. But again, I'm not blaming him. It's ultimately my fault. Now, hopefully Dale Jr. can get down into that bottom groove, and so I can get by him, you know. Come on, Dale Jr., get down there, dude. Yeah, he's blocking me, and I can't go. Obviously, he's not blocking me on purpose, but you can see having a checkup like that just absolutely killed me. Now he got down there. Hopefully, can I get by Mark Martin here? Can I get by Bill Elliott as well in the old McDonald's car?
27.580. Clear inside.
Man, if this goes green, I'm not going to be able to repair the damage. I'm not going to have time on pit road, especially since there's engine damage.
Keep high. Still there. Stay high.
Oh, she got a little squirrely coming off the corner there. That's why I don't like working that high groove, because the car does dance around more. Nobody's running up there, so all the junk from the tires and all that stuff are ended up kind of rubbing off other guys' cars, and all the marbles, they call it, like loose rubber chunks and stuff coming off of tires are ending up up in this high groove. But my car works really, really well up there, whereas other guys don't, and it makes it really easy to pass. We'll see if we can get by Ricky Craven this time on the high side.
7-9.
Another Bud car, this time Kenny Schrader. Whole gaggle of cars here. Be tough to get through this batch. Up to 18th though. Oh man, Ted Musgrave is way up there now. Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Still there.
Huge batch of cars here. Yep, Bill Elliott just got by me. Ted Musgrave just can't. He's hung out to dry. He can't get down. Oh man, leaders up here. We're gonna go a lap down. Oh man, I almost spun him out there. I came off the wall and almost hit Mark Martin. Now he gets down, of course. Thanks, Ted Musgrave 75 car.
28.386. Car outside.
Yeah, and then he cuts me off. It's like, dude, you're super slow right now.
Clear.
We got to get going now because the leader is behind me. So we're going to go a lap down if we don't find a way to get after this. This guy is really pissing me off, 75 is. He's just been throwing me blocks left and right. Not necessarily intentional, but hopefully maybe I can get him on the outside here.
27.7.
Yep, see, he's just super slow.
Clear inside. You're now in the top 20.
Is that even for position? No. I think so. Oh, who's leading this race? But man, they're hauling ass. There's that 77 car, I think, that had the engine trouble earlier. Very high risk here, but we got to get going or we're going to go a lap down. Not that my car is in competition for the win today after all the damage I've put on it. But I still think if I can get up here and get a top 10 finish, I'd be happy with that. I think it's capable of that. I think we can get in the top 10. We're already up to 20th. Especially on these long green flag runs. Tires are really starting to wear out now. It's down to the yellow. They change color. When they get into the red, then you're in big time trouble. But I mean, it's still steering. It's still going where I want it to go. So I'm not going to complain. Long green flag run though. Look at that. Only 109 laps to go already.
Still there. 27.660. Clear. Here comes the leader. Car outside. Stay low. Clear outside.
Yeah, no matter what, I'm still excited to see Batman versus Superman. I've always been a huge Batman fan. Love the Nolan trilogy, of course. But obviously the character's hasn't had a flawless career in movies. Batman versus Robin, I'm looking at you. I don't hate Batman Forever like some people do. I thought Val Kilmer did a decent job. I thought Nicole Kidman was good. Absolutely ridiculous performance by Tommy Lee Jones. and Jim Carrey as well. Jim Carrey at the height of his career should have made just an amazing Riddler, and he just sucked at it. And obviously any Two-Face seems inferior once you see Aaron Eckhart's turn as the villain. So that pretty much ruins any chance of having fond memories of Tommy Lee Jones' take on the character after that. But yeah.
Car inside. Still there.
Yeah, I'll see it. I got realistic expectations going in. Pisses me off that they gave away so much in the trailer. I just don't understand what the deal is with that. You can make a case that Marvel has done the exact same thing with Spider-Man in the Civil War trailer. Yeah, I hear that argument. I don't think that scene with Spider-Man has any kind of context with it. We knew he was going to be in the movie. It's not like it's a shocker. Now, if we hadn't known that he was going to be in the movie, I'd be pissed. If that was supposed to be a surprise, I'd be just so mad right now. I love Spider-Man. But, I mean, we really don't know the context of that scene. We know the context of the scene where Wonder Woman is there. It's during the battle with Doomsday. It looks like the Batman and Superman are getting their asses kicked, and she just hops out, and there's a cheesy line about one of them thinking that she was with the other. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I can't make a comment about the movie until I see it. Already up to 13th position now. They cut through the field. Still worried about that motor.
27.092.
By Dale.
Inside. Stay high.
Nice and easy with the... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. All right, yellow flag is out. Crap. Don't hit me! I have no idea whose fault that was. But man, we'd worked our way all the way up to 12. Well, we got to repair the damage now. We'll see on the replay whose fault it is. Son of a bitch. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. Where are we at? 23rd. Didn't lose too many positions. We're going to go to the back of the pack this time, that's for sure. I'm not even worried about pitting in the first. I might just stay out and let everybody else kind of clear pit road. Am I not? Okay, I'm not on the lead lap, so apparently I got lapped. Oh, I suppose I got lapped when I spun. Yep. Son of a bitch. Earnhardt. Like I said, I don't know. It might have been my fault, too. Well, this gives us a chance to kind of get the damage squared away a little bit. We're a lap down. Shit. Man, we're running decent. Not running good, but we're running decent. That's how it is, man. It's just how it is. Now, you guys got to remember when I record this, I'm just seeing the cockpit view, which you're likely, assuming I edited this before I posted it, is in the upper right-hand corner of the game. So I don't see the big full screen view that you guys are seeing. So you just got to remember that. So, I mean, we got together. I don't know whose fault it was. I'm inclined to believe it was probably my fault. We'll see. We'll get her fixed. Go back up.
Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
We got a car that's capable of a top 15 finish. That's probably the best that we're going to get today. We'll get her. Do what we can. Probably going to have to turn the motor off here to make these repairs, obviously.
The pace car in turn 2.
See, I'm pretty excited about seeing Spider-Man. I've always been a huge Spider-Man fan. Loved Andrew Garfield's take on the character.
Go, go, go!
Didn't love those movies,
The
though.
pace cars in turn 3. Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500
30
in
second position.
1 minute 55.
About halfway done.
4. The pace cars in turn 4.
Hey, the engine's held together.
The pace cars on the front stretch.
On the front stretch, we don't want to go 2 laps down.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind.
So yeah, I appreciate you guys checking this video out. I know, like I said earlier, there's far more successful car racing videos out there where people actually win the race. But, you know what? You guys kind of get to learn to drive along with me.
There the cross flags. We're halfway home.
Halfway home. We have enough fuel to finish the race. Doubt these tires last that long, though. See what I mean? You just kind of come flying up on those the slow cars. Love this Corsair keyboard, though. Has a good feel to it. Has excellent weight. It's made out of aluminum. Really screams quality. I just couldn't take the old Dell anymore. It was just driving me nuts. Wow, it's going green? Are we seriously going green? Apparently.
Cars in.
We're at the back of the back. Jimmy Spencer was the guy that blew up. I think he lost a header. All right, we are in 32nd position. We don't even get the benefit of being a lap down and getting up closer to the front because there's so many cars that are a lap down. And of course, we had to stay in the pits extra long to fix the damage to the car, you know. I wasn't paying attention. I was checking my cell phone. I didn't notice if they turned the engine off, though, to do repairs to that, probably. Not that it matters. I mean, it's either going to hold together or it's not. I'd love to get a top 20 finish today. The big takeaway from this race is never stay out on old tires. And again, I'm not saying that that's the reason I got in that initial accident. I think I just screwed up driving. But I had no business being up with the fast cars at this stage of my comeback. Definitely just a really bad combination. We'll see how long this run goes. You saw how fast we got at the end of that last run. That's where my car is just so superior. If I can just get a nice long green flag run, that would be ideal. I think we could get back up into the top 20. I don't know if these spots are for position or not, but we're going to start trying to knife our way back up through the field here, you know. Some of these cars have to be for position. I mean, I think there was only 15 cars left on the lead lap, which actually puts the majority of the field on the same lap as me. So, I mean, we can pick some of these guys off. That's what happens in this game with these long green flag. Oh, shit, 3 wide. Oh, come on, dude. Jesus Christ, Kenny Schrader. Come on, dude. Contact with Michael Waltrip there. Sorry. Schrader got a really good run on me. Oh, I almost spun out there. No damage. I definitely got into Michael Waltrip there. Just barely. I was able to not wreck him, though, at least. Net zero guy again. What do you know? He's super slow again. Is he going to come down on me? Okay, I'm going to get by him, hopefully. There we go. Rolling on. 31st position. Realistically, like I said, if we get in the top 20, I'm happy. Started 36th. Got to lead the race, so I got the 5 bonus points. Because you can tell by my performance over 2 races, we're definitely going to be in the championship hunt. Yeah, not so much. Way too early to try the outside pass. What I mean by that, I can only pull off the outside pass once the computer car's tires wear down to a certain point that they can't carry the speed that they need through the corners. As of right now, I can't pass anybody on the outside. Or can I? They're just, they're too fast. I can't get by them. I just can't clear them. Okay, Michael Waltrip, you can have the spot. There. I'm not going to race you. My car's just not that great. Aerodynamics, I'm sure I'm all screwed up. Yep, that was for position too, so I understand why he wanted to get by.
25.510.
Keep on rolling. Only 88 laps to go. Yeah, 197 laps when you take the green flag for the first lap seems like just like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Something's going to happen. I'm going to get a phone call or something like that. But it actually goes by much faster than you think, you know? And the outside? Is it gonna stick? Maybe. That outside groove is starting to work its way back in. A little trouble getting by Chad Little there, but I certainly can't pass guys left and right on the outside as of right now. We're back in 31st. I'm not the only one that's been in a couple of wrecks here. 39 cars bumper looks all torn up.
5.269. Outside. Clear outside.
Couldn't get by him. Had to pitch the car down just a little too much. Oh, come on, Chad Little. Yeah, he definitely got into me.
27.244.
Dick. I don't think my rear end broke loose there. I think Chad Little gave me a little bit of help there. But hey, we didn't wreck, so I ain't mad. If I was leading the race and the car in 32nd position did that, I'd be furious. But you know what? We're in 31st. We're just trying to get some experience. I'm just going to learn from that little love tap he gave me and move on. But man, look at just that one save that I had made. Look at how far behind that put me. You know what, dude? Go. Then go, Chad Little. Go. There you go, dude. You happy? You go. You go, man.
504. Clear. Clear inside.
Yeah, you can't pull away from me, though, can you? Of course, this is 4 positions, so I understand why he's doing it. It just pisses me off that he had to tap me.
0.618.
And then he goes super slow. Yep, man, you're fast, Chad. Way to get by me. Really important that you got by me, I can tell. Really cool, the flame effect. When you let off the gas, you know, the cars backfire just like they do in real life. And you can see the flame effect that's on there. It's pretty badass.
5.656.
These guys are going to start scrubbing some speed off, and I'm going to be able to start getting by these guys, but it's just really, they're just such a nuisance right now, you know? Like a guy like this, he's slow, he's fast enough to get by me, and he's willing to use the old chrome horn to knock me up. Oh man, I got really squirrely there. To knock me up out of the racing groove and almost spin me out. But so I can't really have him behind me because I don't trust him back there. So you just let him go, but then he holds you up just so much. And I mean, I still think I've got a shot at getting a top 15 finish here. You know, I just want him to get out of the way or go fast. I mean, if you're gonna insist on getting by me, put the hammer down, dude. My car's all messed up. It's got engine damage. It's got aerodynamic damage. You should certainly be able to keep up with me, if not go faster. But he gets in front of me and then he just kind of dogs it. I'm still turning decent lap times considering the condition of my car, you know. About a second off the pace of my fastest lap, but I mean my car is a disaster right now. That was a really fast lap.
Car inside. Be by.
All right, we got to run on him. Hopefully we put him to bed.
Clear inside.
All right, I don't want to see Chad Little anymore. He's annoying the hell out of me. Let's focus on getting up there, getting by these guys. I wonder, are we going to even need fuel?
600.
Oh yeah, we're going to have to stop for another fuel stop. Green flag stops, guys. We cannot finish this race in this current situation. We don't have enough gas, which I'm guessing nobody does. I should have came back in for a splash and go there if I would have known it was that close.
706.
All right, now we can turn our attention. We've driven way away from Chad Little. We can turn our attention to the 28 of Ernie Irvin, who is currently 2.29 seconds ahead of us. Let's see if we can reel him in over the next couple of laps here. A little bit annoyed about that fuel situation. I wish I had known that. I would have done a splash and go. Not that it probably would have made any difference, but yeah, look at how fast. Now I'm really gaining on these guys. God, if I kept my car straight, this thing would be a rocket. We'd be possibly in contention for a top 5, top 3 finish. But I bent the car up multiple times.
.433.
1.16, I got it down to. By the time we catch up to him, we might be at a point in this run where I can pass guys on the outside, which certainly makes my job a whole lot easier. Now, granted, I'm catching Ernie at this pace because he's being held up by Rusty Wallace in the Miller Lite Dodge at this stage of his career. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a... It's not exactly fair that I'm catching him at this pace, but yeah, we'll see.
Car inside. Be by. Still there.
Get by Ernie here. I don't know if I can get by Rusty as well. Might not even get by Ernie. Who knows? Of course, with me on the outside, Ernie can't use the full path of the racetrack, which slows him down, and it makes it much easier to get by him. He can't just, really gun it. He's got his spotter is telling him, hey, he's on the outside, he can't go up there, so it makes it a lot easier to get by him. I'm having a little trouble getting by Rusty, though.
25.964.
Maybe this time?
Inside.
I believe this is for position. Yep, 28th.
Clear. Inside. Still there. Stay high.
Gonna get by him here. Rusty can't get a run off the corner.
26.199.
And we're by him. Up next is T. Griffith in the 39 car. That's that DHL car. He's actually having a pretty decent run. He's in 27th. Man, 2 laps shy of the finish.
26.008.
So close. Laps to go. The laps are clicking down.
25.713.
Kind of nice to have a little quiet spot on the racetrack all to myself for a couple of laps, you know.
.575. We won't fix the damage.
The reason we're not fixing the damage here is because I'm starting to map out in my head the inevitable green flag pit stop for gas that we're going to have to make. Even if there is a yellow, I don't think at this point with the car running as decently as it is, if it's worth taking the time to repair the damage, which doesn't seem to be really affecting the car. I think we've bent the car up to the point now where it's if it has a few more wrinkles, it's not going to make any difference. I mean, the aerodynamics are pretty much shot at this point, so it's not like putting some duct tape on and cleaning it up a little bit is going to make this a race-winning car. But hey, top 20 finish. Did I get that? You know, even as disastrous as Daytona was, I still finished ahead of where I qualified. So I gained positions and I got to lead a lap. Here. So after this race, I will be 2 for 2 in leading laps. That's an extra 10 points in the championship chase. And if I finish in the top 20. That's cool. I'm happy. And especially when you're competing against guys in like that 20 to 25 range in the points, a lot of the guys around you don't lead laps. You know, they're just they run consistently in the middle of the pack in the race and never get a chance to get those bonus points. So, I mean, that gives me a major edge. I mean, my goal is to finish top 20 in the points, and I will take that, and I'll be very happy with that. For the first season.
25.980.
Yep, tires are starting to get ground down. 57 laps to go. Going to be a major factor too. I mean, I like to think there's going to be a caution here at some point that allows everybody to change 4 tires, get gas. But we'll see, you know. It could go green the rest of the way, which could actually benefit me. I mean, we're definitely not. I mean, if it's a splash and go with 2 laps to go, I'm not changing tires, you know, not even the right sides. Why would you do that? It would take too long. I mean, we're literally only going to need a splash of fuel, enough to get 2 extra laps, 2 or 3 extra laps, and then we can get out of the pits, you know. All right, Kevin Harvick next up looks to be Mark Martin. We already fought our way up to 26th. I wish I didn't have to stop. I wish we had enough fuel.
26.445.
See if we're gaining on Mark Martin. He was 3.78 seconds ahead of me that lap. We'll see if we close the gap at all. A little bit.
926.
Pulling away from Kevin Harvick, which is nice. Bobby Hamilton, the car in front of me, of course, is a lap down, as the spotter just told me. Hopefully we can get by Bobby Hamilton, the STP number 43 here without any difficulty and just keep on keeping on. It looks like Mark Martin is the car directly in front of him, and that's a battle for position as he is in 24th. He's on the same lap as me. He's one lap down. Try and get Bobby on the inside here. So risky on these old tires because the car, if you get in hot like I just did, the car wants to ride up the racetrack and thereby smack into the guy that you're right next to, which can be disastrous for both of us. Usually results in the player spinning out, not the computer car. But again, I'm not bitter. The way I see it, if the computer gets a few breaks like that, it just forces me to become a better driver to compensate for that. And that's why I'm doing this, to have a good time and to learn to drive a race car. I want it to be challenging. And, you're definitely at a disadvantage here against the computer. The computer gets a few breaks that the player doesn't. The computer is better on cold tires. The computer gets a caution flag when they spin out, whereas the player sometimes doesn't. You saw that at Daytona when we spun out. But you know what? I kind of like that. It forces me to find a way to beat them. It's a challenge. But it can be frustrated. I was definitely frustrated at Daytona. You guys would have heard that if the audio would have captured like I had hoped it would, but hopefully the audio is capturing this time. The way my capture setup works is I play the game in my daughter's bedroom, actually. We've got the PC set up there. So I can't see the capture device, which is my Mac Pro, which is out in the living room. So I can't see if everything is capturing. I can't see if my audio is being captured. I'm going to have to come up with a better setup long term. I can't wait till we move in a house, till we have a house again, so I can have like a dedicated room for capturing video, for podcasting, for doing all that kind of stuff, because I hate living in an apartment. Is a pain in the ass, a huge pain in the ass. It's not so bad, if you've lived in apartments your whole life, because you're kind of used to it. But man, as soon as you have a house and you go from a house into an apartment, man, that's a huge adjustment. When you're younger and you're single and stuff like that, it's not that bad. But having a daughter and a wife and a cat running around here, it's pretty tight at the moment. Oh man, he's just gonna absolutely jam on the brakes. This guy, I tell you, I would never buy. Is Net Zero even a company anymore? I wouldn't do business with him just because of that moron. He's been a huge pain in the ass. All right, next up is. Elliott Sadler. It looks like he's these two must be a couple of laps down, or they're on the lead lap, one of the two. Johnny Benson right in front of us. Love the Pennzoil car. Always thought it was a beautiful race car, especially this version of it that's got like the funky like black stripes on it. For years and years, the Pennzoil car, oh man, Jesus, I had to absolutely, oh, sorry dude, sorry. I had to jam on the brakes there. I had to absolutely smoke the front tire because Ricky, the car in front of me just absolutely stopped.
We got trouble in turn 1.
Man, I wrecked him. All right, we're definitely going to repair the car now. That's will be in the back.
Okay, we're under caution.
Ah, shit. Sorry, Pennzoil car, Johnny Benson. I swear to God, I did not mean to do that. We're going to add a full can of fuel. What's the point of not doing that, I guess, because we're going to have to repair the car anyways. I just had to jam on the brakes. I had to absolutely slam. I had to slam on the brakes. And then I kind of bounced up into a Johnny Benson, who, of course, being a computer car, got the benefit of the caution. We're going to change all 4 tires, too. It'd be insane not to at this point. We'll make... that gets us to the end of the race. Yeah, that Tide car, he just absolutely stopped. I can pit here, can I?
Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500. In seconds. The pace cars in turn 1. Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of the
Gotcha,
road.
crew chief.
You're too far
Oh,
forward.
well, that's a
Stop.
shocker.
You entered a closed pit. Okay, you've got to go to the end of the
Well,
longest line.
okay.
We'll fill you up.
That's the
pace
worst thing
cars
that happens.
in
I
turn
mean,
2.
yeah, we go to the end of the longest line. We were going to have to go there anyways because we're going to have to repair. End of the longest line for me.
Go, go, go! Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500. In seconds. The pace cars
I couldn't tell
in
if
turn
we
3.
were, if the lead lap cars were
7.86.
pitting or what. They got twisted around
Watch
there.
that speed now. Keep it on 3,500. In seconds. The pace cars
Well,
in
that
turn
takes
4.
the fuel equation out of,
The pace cars on the
fuel
front
mileage
stretch.
out of the equation, so we don't have to worry about that. Also tires, everybody's got
Okay,
4
you're
fresh
clear
tires
pit
now,
lane.
so
Stay behind
really
the
not going to be
32
much
car. Stay
pit
on the
strategy
end
at
of the
this
pace line.
point.
Okay, merge when you can.
41 laps to go. Man, it's just been a kind of a train wreck here at Rockingham.
.106. Stay behind the 26 car. Stay on the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 8 car. Stay on the end of the pacing line.
Okay, I'm staying.
Stay behind the 41 car. Stay on the end of the pacing line.
I understand.
Stay behind the 94 car. Stay on the end of the pacing line.
Yeah, entering that closed pit
Stay
is just
behind
going to...
the 43 car. Stay on the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 43 car. We're going green next time by. Stay on the end of the longest line. Stay behind the 43 car on the inside line. Stay on the end of the longest line. Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500. In seconds. You all right?
I'm fine.
Looks like we're bent up on the back end.
How the hell does that even happen? Like, seriously, how the hell does that even happen?
276. Whoa, 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 slow down. We won't fix the damage. Get ready now. Going green. Pace car's in. Green, green, green! .924. That car's a lap down. .006. 7.
Man, what a mess right in front of us here. What a disastrous day. But you know what? We're up in 22nd position. I can't even be a little bit pissed off about this, considering my second official race back. Most of the accidents I did today were of my own doing, although I don't know who the a-hole was that hit me under caution there. What the hell's up with that? These are all for position here, too. At least Jeff Gordon is.
Still there.
And we've got to kind of start finding a way to fight here a little bit and get by these guys. I want to get by Jeff Gordon. Come on! That was a really fast lap for me. I mean, 24 point.
That car's a lap down.
It was in the 24s or sub 25s. That's really good considering that the car is all messed up. I just don't want to get spun out anymore. I don't want to wreck anybody anymore. I want to get to the finish of this race. Oh man, I almost wrecked her there. I want to get to the finish here. There's Chad Little again. Man, he's been a pain in the ass today. Don't go 3 wide, guys. Come on. I can't afford to get too far behind these guys if I want to make any kind of a movement up through the standings. And Chad Little taking it 3 wide, of course. Man, there's Johnny Benson. Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wreck you. I don't know what happened there. We'll check it out on the replay. I can't tell you what happened there, if it was my fault, if it was his fault. I just don't know. But we got together. I've been involved in multiple accidents today. There's just no other way to put it. I mean, I have to accept my share of responsibility in that. When you're in 3-4 accidents, you're doing something wrong. I'm learning on the job. We're up to 22nd though, so I'm pretty pleased with this. Of course, this isn't for position. This is Harvick. He's a couple laps down, I think. We're only 1 lap down. Doesn't mean he's not as fast as us right now, though. But I don't want to let Jeff Gordon get too far away here, because that's for position. Once the tires wear on, I'm going to be able to get up there and race some of these guys. I think the 24, the 38, that's all for position, you know? Yeah. So, I mean, I can't afford to be stuck behind Kevin Harvick here for too long. But I also can't afford to rear-end him and wreck him, which would ultimately wreck myself. See, I'm coming up on a big pack of cars here. Kevin Harvick's right in front of me at the moment. I'm just a tick faster than he is. Skid marks. Still make this this high groove work yet today. That's really kind of been my saving grace. As the tires kind of wear down, I'm able to really make that high side work for me. Computer cars just can't pull that off.
4, 3.
At this point, you know, we're just trying to salvage a little bit of pride. You know, obviously the day is not going to be nearly as successful as we had hoped it was going to be. Certainly never had a chance to win this race, but you know, to be stuck back in the 20s, we probably had a shot at like a top 10 finish. But when you're bouncing your car off the wall as many times as I have today, it's just not going to last. Track position really killed us today too. We are pulling up on Harvick here, though.
162.
And the game, of course, Harvick is driving the white number 29 Goodwrench car that he drove right after Dale Earnhardt passed away. He took over in Richard Childress's primary car. Obviously, they did not want to use the number 3 again out of respect for Dale Earnhardt Sr. After his death, and I think they just recently brought the number 3 back. NASCAR didn't have a number 3 car in the Winston Cup Series, the top series, of course, for a very long time, at least a decade after losing Dale Earnhardt Sr. at the Daytona 500. Yeah, that's the car he's driving. They reversed the color scheme out. Nice looking car, though. Kind of starting to drive me nuts, though. I just can't get around him, and he's really holding me up at this point because I see Jeff Gordon up there quite a ways. That is a guy I have to pass for position. Gordon is currently running in 20th, I believe. I'm sitting in 21st. Try him on the inside here. Let's see if I can make this stick. Just got to get by this guy. I can't afford to have him holding me up, considering how close to the end of the race we are. I'm going to clear him on this one and set my sights on Rusty Wallace in front of me. See if we can get him on the outside here. Got a good run coming off of turn 4.
0.365. Clear.
And down, gonna get by him. Easily cleared him. Looked like he backed off the gas.
Clear inside.
Coming back a little bit on the inside here. See if we can reel in Jeff Gordon.
5.519.
I can see Rusty in my rear view mirror. There's just no getting away from him at this stage. Laps are ticking down here. I can't even be that pissed off about the way things turned out today. Every accident I was involved in was at least partially my fault. I'm certainly not without blame when I got into Earnhardt. It's just the way it goes. I spun after when I didn't change the tires and I was leading and immediately faded to the back. I just couldn't make the car stick. That's completely my fault. It's a learning experience, though. I certainly, when we come back to Rockingham in the fall, I certainly will not be staying out just to lead a lap. The tires are just so important here.
5.279.
But I said that before the season started, that this was going to be a learning experience overall, and it's been 3-4 years since I was playing this game on a regular basis. Clearly, I've got to relearn quite a bit of stuff, including pit strategy.
25.258.
Catching Gordon slowly but surely. The question is whether or not I'm going to be able to get him in time, because now I have 2 lap cars side by side in front of me, so there's not a lot I can really do right now, especially when we're all on old tires at this stage. Everybody is slowed down quite a bit. I've been making the outside groove work really, really well here in the last 20 laps, but I just can't get by him because the 0 car of Jack Sprague is in the high groove, because he's being passed by the 39 at the moment, or at least 39 is trying to pass him.
.912. Car inside. Still there.
We're going to get by the 39 here. Hopefully we can clear the 0 with as much ease. and set our sights on Gordon, who's the next car. Now 2 cars in front of me.
25.664.
Hey, the engine is held together today. Taking damage early on, you know, we had some engine damage according to the crew chief way back on like lap 20. So I guess I should consider myself lucky that the engine has lasted, knock on wood, 197 laps, because we're getting really close to the end here. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it by saying that, but...
922. Clear inside.
We're going to get by him here. Gordon is next, and Gordon is currently, looks like he's being held up a bit by Ernie Irvin in the Haviland car. Hopefully Ernie does us a favor there and keeps blocking Jeff, keeps him from getting too far ahead of me.
25.689.
I don't know who's in 19th at this point or where that car would be in relation to us on the racetrack right now. But we're probably just going to have to set our sights on Gordon and call it good enough, which would give us a top 20 finish. Obviously, you'd like to do better than that, but all things considered, with all the accidents, the bad starting position, 20th isn't going to be too bad. And that would be a plus, a gain of 16 spots in the race today. It'd be better than the performance at Daytona last week, so get him here, really close the gap on him in the last couple of laps.
Inside. Keep high.
I think the high side is probably going to be the best bet to try and get around him here. Got a good run here.
Stay high.
If we can make it stick. Ernie Irvin's going to play into this.
Stay high.
Get him.
Clear.
Maybe. Here we go. Here we go.
25.94.
We got a good run coming off of 4. That should give us the position. See, we're not on the same lap as Ernie Irvin right now, so that's not 4 position, but I believe the guy in front of him is. So we'll see if we can catch, I think it's Elliott Sadler in the M&M's car up there. Yellow car way ahead. We'll see if we can reel him in, but man, we're really running out of time at this point.
925.
Always love the paint scheme on the 28 Haviland car. Not just the one that you're seeing right in front of us right now, but also the paint scheme they used right before, the one that Davey Allison ran in like the late 80s. It had kind of like a more gold look to it, black, white, and gold. I think it had red numbers. It was just a really sharp looking car. This is nice looking too. This is very classic, instantly recognizable. Not just by NASCAR fans, but by fans of motorsports just in general. I think everybody who is even slightly familiar with NASCAR would instantly recognize the number 28 Ford. Robert Yates Racing was a very dominant team for a good decade at least. Of course, Davey Allison and then Ernie Irvin, Dale Jarrett. Ricky Rudd for a spell drove for Robert Yates. I think that was after Ernie Irvin left, and the car became like a Twix, sponsored by Twix, I think, or Snickers or something weird like that.
4-2, still there, clear.
Alright, next car is for position. I do not think we are going to have enough time left in the race to reel him in. Ernie Irvin's coming back on the inside, so is Gordon. I did not get through that corner very well at all. Put myself in a very bad position right now towards the end of the race. We got to try and get by Irvin here because Gordon is sneaking up on me, and that is for position, of course.
Stay high.
don't like the idea of racing this hard on these old tires late in the race. And we are talking about positions here in the 20s, and you might say, what's the point at this point? Screw that. I want as many spots as I can possibly get. I want 20th instead of 21st, and I'm just not going to let him steal that spot away from me, especially when I work so hard to catch up to him and get by him. But I just can't clear in the urban here. Hold off for a couple more laps here, and we got it.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Okay, that's it. We'll get them next time.
Well, that does it. 20th it is. We will move on to Las Vegas next week. Hopefully things go a little bit better there. Going to work really hard on the qualifying this time. So tune in next week. We will be in Las Vegas. I think that's about 200 laps again. So we will see you then. Thanks for watching.